Elon Musk is among the richest persons worldwide and has been the CEO and founder of various organizations, including SpaceX, Tesla, PayPal, etc. So how did he become so successful, and what are his secrets to success? Let's find out. Be ready to take risks. You must have some skin in the game to succeed, but Elon Musk has taken more risks than most. By 2002, he had sold his stakes in his first two ventures, Zip2, an internet city guide, and PayPal, an online payment company. He had just turned 30 and had nearly $200 million in the bank. He claimed he planned to invest half his fortune and keep the other half. But of course, things went differently than planned. He had recently emerged from the darkest period of his business life. His new businesses encountered a variety of growing pains. SpaceX's first 3 launches had failed, and Tesla was dealing with many productions, supply chain, and design issues. Then came the financial crisis. Musk stated that he was faced with a difficult decision. I could keep the money, but the companies will almost certainly fail, or I could invest what I have left, and maybe there is a chance. He continued to pour money in. He said he was so in debt at one point that he had to borrow money from friends to cover his living expenses. So did the prospect of bankruptcy make him nervous? He claims it did not. My children may have to attend a government school. I mean, it's not like I went to a public school. Don't be afraid to think big. One of the most striking aspects of Elon Musk's business is his audacity. He aspires to revolutionize the automobile industry, colonize Mars, construct superfast trains in vacuum tunnels, integrate artificial intelligence into human brains, and upend the solar power and battery industries. There is a recurring theme here. His projects are all futuristic fantasies that you'd find in a kids' magazine in the early 1980s. To put it another way, his tunneling company is called the Boring Company. It is no secret that he was inspired as a child in South Africa by the books and movies he read and watched. This brings us to Musk's next business tip: don't be afraid to think big. He believes that low ambition is baked into the incentive structures of most successes. Too many businesses, he claims, are incrementalist. If you're the CEO of a large corporation and you aim for a modest improvement, it takes longer than expected and doesn't work out quite as well, he explained. Of course, you could argue that it wasn't my fault but the suppliers. He claims that if you are brave and attempt a truly revolutionary improvement and it fails, you will almost certainly be fired. He claims that this is why most businesses focus on making minor improvements to existing products rather than daring to imagine entirely new ones. So his advice is to focus on what he refers to as stuff that's going to matter. In Musk's hierarchy of what matters, 2 things stand out. First, he wants to hasten the transition away from fossil fuels. Second, he wishes to ensure humanity's long-term survival by colonizing Mars and making life multiplanetary. So think big, as he says. Pursue your passions. Elon Musk's Mars base hints at what he believes is the key to success. You want things to be better in the future, he explained. You crave new and exciting things that improve your life. Consider SpaceX. He stated that he founded the company because he was dissatisfied with the U.S. space program's lack of ambition. I kept expecting us to go beyond Earth, to put a person on Mars, to have a base on the moon, and to have, very frequent flights to orbit, he explained. When that didn't work out, he devised the Mars Oasis mission, which aimed to send a small greenhouse to the Red Planet. The goal was to reawaken public interest in space exploration and persuade the U.S. government to increase NASA's budget. While working on that, he realized the problem wasn't a lack of will, but rather a lack of way. Space technology was far more expensive than it needed to be, and presto, the world's cheapest rocket launching company was founded. The important thing to remember is that its origins were not about making money, but about landing a person on Mars. Musk has stated that he considers himself an engineer rather than an investor, and that the desire to solve technical problems gets him up in the morning. It isn't about the money. This is central to Elon Musk's business philosophy. In an interview in 2014, he said he had no idea how wealthy he was. It's not like there's a pile of cash somewhere, he explained. It's just that I have a certain number of votes in Tesla, SpaceX, and Solar City, and those votes have monetary value in the marketplace. He has nothing against pursuing wealth if it is done in an ethical and good manner, but it isn't what drives him. The strategy is working. Tesla, his electric car company, has done particularly well. Over the last year, the company's stock price has risen to more than $700 billion. You could buy Ford, General Motors, BMW, Volkswagen, and Fiat Chrysler for that price and still have enough money to buy a Ferrari. However, Musk, who turns 50 this year, does not expect to die wealthy. He believes most of his money will be spent on building a Mars base, and he wouldn't be surprised if the project consumed his entire fortune. He, like Bill Gates, would regard having billions in the bank as a failure because he hadn't put that money to good use. Ignore the critics. What surprised him, and he was still upset by it in 2014, was the delight many pundits and commentators took in his travails. The liberal schadenfreude was truly astounding, Musk said. Several blog sites were keeping a Tesla death watch. People may have wanted him to fail because his ambition is arrogant. He rejected that. I think it would be arrogant if we said we were certain we'd do it, rather than saying we're aspiring to do it and we'll give it our best shot. This leads us to Musk's next business success lesson. Don't listen to the critics. He stated that he did not believe SpaceX or Tesla would ever make money when he founded them, and the truth is that no one else did either. But he ignored the doomsayers and went ahead with his plans. Why? Remember, this man measures success based on the significant problems he has solved, not how much money he has made. Consider how liberating that is. He isn't concerned with appearing stupid because his big financial bet didn't pay off. Instead, he is concerned with pursuing important ideas. It simplifies decision-making because he can focus on what he believes is important, and the market appears to approve of what he's doing. Enjoy yourself. Follow this secret, and luckily, with hard work, you'll become wealthy and famous. Then you can begin to emerge from your shell. Elon Musk is well known for being a workaholic, boasting of working 120-hour weeks to keep Tesla Model 3 production on track, but he appears to have been having fun since we met. He has sparked controversy with defamation lawsuits, on-air marijuana smoking, and wild social media outbursts. For example, when the COVID-19 pandemic forced Tesla to shut down production at its San Francisco Bay Area factory in 2018, he became a vocal opponent of coronavirus lockdown restrictions, which landed him in hot water with the U.S. financial regulator. On Twitter, he called the virus panic dumb, and he called stay-at-home orders forcible imprisonment, calling them fascist and a violation of constitutional rights. In addition, he announced plans to sell his physical possessions this summer, claiming they weigh you down. Days later, he took to Twitter to announce his newborn son's name, X812 Musk. However, his erratic behavior does not appear to have harmed his businesses, and the entrepreneur remains as ambitious as ever. For example, Musk claimed in September that Tesla would have a compelling $25,000 car within 3 years, and that all of the company's new cars would soon be completely self-driving. And his year ended with a bang in December when SpaceX tested its Starship launch vehicle, which the company hopes will transport the first humans to Mars. 6 minutes after liftoff, the massive rocket exploded when it crashed. Elon Musk called the test a huge success. What do you think of Elon Musk's secrets to business success? Let us know in the comments below, and do follow his secrets to become successful.